After the Ukrainian war began, a large wave of Russians left the country. Many still feel guilt over the conflict. Evgeny Kozgorov, 38, from Krasnodar, left Russia in June 2022 with his wife and 1-month-old son in his arms since the invasion of Ukraine. He saw his homeland as an evil state that had no future and had to follow the path of Nazi Germany, with which he wanted nothing to do. But even in Tbilisi, Georgia's capital and adopted homeland, Russia continued to haunt him. His passport and language identify him as a citizen of an aggressive state, someone who chose to leave rather than confront the government. He was also seen as someone who did not react to Russia becoming the country it is now. I understand very well the general hatred towards Russians and everything Russian. I accept this and I understand it because what Russia is doing is wrong. Kozgorov told Al Jazeera, "Every time I want to say that the Russians who left have a hard time. Something inside me rebels. Because the Ukrainians have a harder job than us." According to estimates, close to 1 million of approximately 144 million Russians have left country in 2022 and 2023. This was largest brain drain since collapse of Soviet Union. In a new study based on several rounds of interviews with nearly 10,000 Russian political exiles, Russian researchers Iveta Sergeeva and Emil Kamalov found that 49% of respondents felt strong guilt for the war, while 59% felt strong responsibility for the war. As research shows, most Russians left country because of their opposition to war in Ukraine and ever-present narratives that portray Russia as a noble country fighting against Ukrainian fascists. They also expected greater army mobilization, greater domestic repression, and a potential economic crisis. The research was conducted in waves in March 2022, September 2022, and May-July 2023. The Political and Social Sciences Department of the European University Institute in Florence provided funding for the preliminary study. Many decided to settle in countries in the former Soviet bloc that had favorable regulations for Russians to live and work. Countries such as Georgia, Armenia and Kazakhstan have already felt the economic and demographic effects of the mass influx of Russians, including rising prices. For many residents, this also brought back memories of Russia's colonial past, but as the study reveals, as Kozgorov reveals, escaping Russia was not enough to escape its long shadow. After a few months in Tbilisi, he opened U Gallery, a bar with an art space, where he hosted anti-war themed exhibitions and organized fundraisers for Ukraine. However, he had difficulty finding peace. "I no longer have a country. I no longer have a homeland," Kozgorov said. "But what I want is to feel the ground under my feet, to understand what tomorrow will bring." He donates his proceeds to NGOs supporting Ukrainian refugees and gathers a large community of like-minded people. But he knows